Hi, guys, and welcome back to Level Yourself. I'm your host, Jans, alongside my beautiful ladies, Ms. Liz
Hi.
and Ms. Camille.
Hey guys.
So, on this episode, we have a really interesting subject, dun, 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 which is
Woo!
social media. And this past week, we have been posting on our Instagram and our Facebook on our social media a very interesting question, which is, how does social media affect your life? And do you let social media affect your life? So this evening, we have two very special guests. We have Miss Paris, founder of the Dolls Box clothing boutique. Say hi, Miss Paris.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
And then we have Justin at Swanks Vengeance. You can find him on the IG as Swanks Vengeance. If you're interested in knowing what he's all about, just follow his IG, and it'll be posted also on our Instagram on Level Yourself, so that you can go back and see what he's all about.
Woohoo!
So welcome to Level Yourself, guys. So the question here is, how does social media affect your life, and do you let it affect your life? So let's start with you, Justin. Dun, 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 dun. Tell us a little bit about your social media, and does it affect you?
My social media personally, it doesn't affect my personal life or anything in that aspect, but I would say um it affects my creative process and what I'm trying to display. So because I understand the difference between my personal life and what I'm trying to do creatively, I understand not to get too indulged in social media. So I wouldn't say that it, runs my life or my life runs around social media.
Okay, awesome. So
Interesting.
question, how do you let like the comments and the likes affect what your postings? For example, if you post something and you don't get the likes you expected, or do you expect a certain types of likes, or do you let the comments affect you, negative or positive? Do you let that, does it bother you? Does it not bother you? Like, how do you feel about that?
I don't really set any type of standards for any type of feedback. I honestly am grateful, even if I get one like and one comment. I know that one person is supporting my originality or whatever I'm trying to display. So I don't really get too indulged in who's liking or how many likes or how many comments. It's more or
Yeah.
less whoever is
Okay.
showing support, and that's really much about it.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Cool.
What about you, Miss Paris? How do you let your social media affect you, or do you let it affect you?
Personally, I don't let my social media accounts affect me, but once I made a business social media account, then yeah, it has a big effect because I want all the popularity on the business account because that brings me more customers, and it brings me more people.
Okay. So
Interesting.
you, for example, you're the founder of a clothing boutique, right? And
Yes.
what do you feel a certain type of way when you get it, like someone criticizes what you do or someone praises you? Like, for example, when someone posts, because we get all types of followers, when you get a negative comment, um or criticism, do you let it get to you? Does it affect you in any type of way?
Honestly, my business Instagram is kind of new, so I haven't really gotten any bad criticism yet. I'm like kind of scared to get the bad criticism, but I kind of want to get it over with because I know whatever it is something for my store.
Beautiful. Okay.
But on the other hand, when people when people do share like little stuff that I do post, I appreciate it a lot. 'Cause,
So, do you feel sometimes reluctant or scared on judgment or what other people are going to think about you when you're posting? do you feel like you overthink or overanalyze your post at any time?
Yes, most definitely. Sometimes I even like save it and like keep going back at it, looking at it like, should I post this? I don't know, thinking of captions, all of that. So yeah, you definitely overthink sometimes about a simple post.
Yeah. What about you, Swing?
I don't really ever overthink what I post. I'm usually always confident in what I post. Needless to say, is because I like it. It's going on my social media. I'm the one posting it, so I'm never really reluctant. More or less, the only time I would second guess a post, honestly, is if it's portraying some type of negativity. So if I have to look at it and I feel like some people can either interpret it in a way where it's negative, then I would have to, kind of change it up or whatever. But needless to say, it's more or less if it's positive, if it's organic and natural, then that's what I'm posting, and that's really about it.
But Justin, I'm gonna call you out. You blocked me from your story, right?
Oh.
And the only reason why I know I'm blocked is because the notification for Level Yourself says Swank, posted, updated the story, and I'm like, that's awkward. So it is, you do care about what people think as far as I don't know if it's because it's a respect thing, like you don't want certain people in your family, or I don't know, is it a respect thing? Like you feel like what you're doing is not respectable, or what is it? Because that you don't want me to see.
What are you hiding?
It's definitely, it's not that I'm hiding anything or trying to live a double life, but it's more or less what you just said. It's a respect thing. I do extracurricular activities that, should be just for me and my peers or whatever the case may be. And sometimes.
But the whole internet is watching. Whole social media is not just your peers. That's the thing. True. When we post, the world could see technically.
Yeah.
Just hashtag and there you go, doing whatever you're doing. So with social media is tricky because we are overthinking it, but at the same time we do care about what people think because we don't want to offend certain people.
Not to go against what you just said, but it kind of goes against, or it kind of goes with this whole topic right now. Mm-hmm. You just put me on the spot about something I do on social media.
Yeah.
I don't feel embarrassed about it, and I don't feel bad, but I explain myself. And like you said, the whole world can see it pretty much. You get a notification from your other page that I posted.
Yeah.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, it was a respect thing, and I wasn't trying to go too hard to try to hide whatever you guys may think that I was trying to hide. But like I said, it's just a respect thing. I just didn't want to be disrespectful in any type of way. So.
Okay. Aw, that's sweet. Do you? It's interesting what initially you said you don't really think about your post, but then me and Paris said they do. Janice, do you feel like you think about your post before you post it?
I definitely do. Yeah, I definitely do. And, I look at my pictures just like, Paris said, I look at them and, sometimes I'll look really into them to see if I got like a cellulite or something, just things like, that, or, or if my picture, looks better in a different filter. There are things that I think about before I post. And, eventually I'll just post it because I want to, because I like the picture. And then, even my comments, my captions, I think about them as well. I have, my private social media, and then I have my business social media for So Beaut. And, I try to keep it very separate. My private one is what happens in my life, what I like to share with, those who follow me. And, those who like it, and those who don't. Sometimes, yes, there's the negative comments or the judgments. And, I'm like, what the hell? And I get a little upset. But then again, everyone, I'm allowing you into my page. I'm allowing you to follow me and to comment. So I have to take it as it is. And not let it affect me, because it's me, it's what I post and what I feel. So I tell myself, why, if that person is following me and I'm the person to follow me, then I have to accept it. And then I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you were going to say something. So yes, when I post something, I think about it. I look at my pictures, and I do post them because it's who I am, and that's just what I'm about. And either whoever follows me accepts it, or they don't. They can follow me or unfollow me.
Is your page private? Your personal page is private?
So my personal page is private.
Okay,
because I don't want to allow just anyone into my private life. So a good example is I don't have anyone whom I work with on my social media.
Okay.
And so, yeah, go ahead.
Do you feel like that the So Beaut is not who you are? Like, do you feel like you're So Beaut, you are the owner of So Beaut? Do you feel like your So Beaut page reflects you as a person?
My So Beaut reflects what I do, my brand. So my So Beaut is about it's my personal life as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman. It's not my personal life as, Jan Ocasio. It's just my business and how I feel about my business and who I am within my business. And, I sell handbags and accessories, and that's what I want my followers to focus on, just that. And I want to bring all types of followers. In my private page, I don't want to bring all types of followers. I bring in my friends. That's what I focus on. My private page is all about my friends and those who I associate, and I feel comfortable with you following me. Regardless if you're gonna judge or not, those I allow you into my personal page. Those who follow my business page is to follow what I sell, is what my brand is. So that's how I, divided.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I completely understand. What about you, Cam Tenacity? I know you don't have a personal page. You have a business page, right? So for you, do you feel like you overthink sometimes, or do you feel like you're going to get judged by some of the posts that you post?
Well, first off, I feel that with my social media, right? Let me get my thoughts together, okay? With my social media is more of, it's not just my brand. Like, I walk in my truth. So it's a big deal that everything I post does leave a resonance on people. Like, I want people to feel inspired, It's not just like, yes, Cam's tenacity, but that's not just me. It's for everyone. My business is for everyone. It's not just limited to what I think or what I know. I've met so many great people. I actually have like a few friends that are great. I could say are great friends that I've met in person, but I met them through social media. Like, I'm meeting new people in the spiritual field through social media, and I'm learning new things. The thing with social media is you're connected with people from everywhere. So like, I have someone I know in Texas and Las Vegas, and I met a local person that she's so close. We're in the same zip code, but we would have never crossed paths if I didn't run into her on social media.
So this is interesting because it's like for the different generation that Swank and Paris are in, they have like a completely different take on social media than us. The $1 million question, Swank, Paris, do y'all wake up in the morning and look at your social media?
Yep.
Thank you for being honest.
No, honestly, I love my Instagram, my Facebook, really for the memes. and the jokes.
Okay.
Those really start off my day. I'm not gonna lie.
So you feel like it motivates you?
Yeah, they have some funny memes on there. You know, it's good to wake up to a smile on your face.
Okay, that's true. That's true. It's the concept.
Yeah, not so much to go see what somebody else is doing with themselves, but I like the memes that everybody posts on my social media. The people I follow, they're funny.
Okay. Got you. What about you, Swank? Do you wake up in the morning and look at your social media?
Yeah, I definitely do. Definitely do.
He's on it right now. Like the shade room or something.
Oh my god.
I'm like, wait,
Look. I definitely do check in the morning. Definitely. No particular reason. Just a quick swipe through in the morning, daily routine.
It's like the news. But we learn stuff about. It's like watching the news.
Yeah.
This kind of negates my whole statement earlier about it not running my life and me not being so indulged in it. And I can see how people could disagree with that because of what I'm saying right now. By me waking up, and the first thing that I'm doing is scrolling on social media. But like I said, unfortunately, it is a bad habit. And you know, but I'm not there for hours. Like I'll scroll for 15 minutes, check what I need to check, respond to messages, and then get out of bed and go about my day. I mean, it's kind of like when you wake up in the morning, you check your phone. Did anybody call you? Did anybody text you while you were sleeping?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. So it's not like, you know, I'm sitting there waking up and then I'm sitting in bed for hours scrolling.
Yeah, but we have a bad habit now with social media. We won't answer the text messages, but we'll like people's photos, you know? I try not to do that. Like, I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I didn't answer that person. It's such a disconnect, I feel, with communication. And it has a lot to, like,
it's true.
It's a positive thing because, you know, like Facebook keeps us connected with our family that we ever see, you know, we barely ever see. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we need to be respectful to each other's lives. Like, we do care if we are family or if we are friends. Answer the text message. Like, don't view my story and don't view my photos, you know? Don't like my photos and not answer my text message. That's one thing, and my circle is very, very small. So the people that know how I am, like, I have a friend that jokes, my phone's always on do not disturb, and he'll say like, oh my God, like, I have to go through security just to get you to answer the phone. Like, you know, like, and I'm like, no, because I don't want to just answer to anyone, but certain people I do answer. But if people text me, I always answer back. I feel like it's rude. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's rude as far as, you know, paying attention to social media and not personal text?
I think that is very annoying that people do that. It's very frustrating. Like, so you really gonna just ignore my message but go like a picture?
Yeah.
Really? You can't take 2 seconds out to respond back, but you want to like a picture?
Yeah, you open the whole app, right? You open the app, but you don't want to.
No, but some people get notifications though.
Yeah, but you get the notifications for the text. It's true. It's how your phone is set up. Yes, given.
It's how your account is set up.
Yeah, right.
For me, I don't really like look into things like that. Like, for me, it's not a big deal. Do you pay attention to that, Jance?
No, I haven't paid attention to it. And by the way, Camille, I gotta get back to you on that text message. And that's the funny thing. I'm gonna tell you something about that. So Camille texts me, and I haven't answered to one specific text. And you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I know why I didn't answer. So Camille texted me about something that I gotta think about and really like, text her seriously about it and go in about it, right? Mm-hmm. And it's easier for me to like a page and comment like, oh, cool, great, nice. And it's easier to do that sometimes than than sitting there and, you know, really answering and, you know, answering a text message, because sometimes it can go in deeper. And for example, that one text Camille sent me, I was like, all right, you know, I got to answer her back, but you know, it's a question, it's a serious question. And I know it's going to take some minutes, but I'm all over the place. So it's easier for me to like a page or like a picture. So yeah, I do tend to do that. And it's because sometimes, like, I'm so fast that sometimes I can just look at Instagram, scroll, like, and then, all right, close, rather than sitting there and, you know, having
you don't have to think about it too much.
Right.
Yeah, because I tend to be a little bit intense. I was asking Jan, you know, what inspires her. So it's true, you know, I'm guilty of that.
It's not that it was a bad question. No, I think it was just that I knew I needed time. And I haven't had the time, but guess what? I've had the time to like pictures and post pictures. But not,
man, she wasn't talking about you.
No.
It's interesting. No, but it's interesting because everyone just has a different opinion. You know, like for me, it bothers me. Because that isn't just my personal page. It's my brand, and it is my life. Like, it's serious. I could feel people's energy quickly. So if that bothers me, I feel like, you know, as far as people I care about, if if you don't like my stories, you know, don't look at my stories. And I feel like Justin, like, should I hide the story? I'm like, no, that's petty. You know, it's not good. But like, social media makes you feel like that, but that's overthinking it, right? I'm overthinking it. I'm being too sensitive about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and nowadays you see so many things, that sometimes you got to think about. And it's, for example, like, you see all these pictures, and I'm going to bring this up, like all these pictures of girls looking all voluptuous and big booties here and big, boobs there and stuff like that. And then, I'm going to post a picture, and do I look big bootylicious, or do I look this and that? Those are questions that a lot of people, ask themselves, and sometimes they won't even post it because, oh, I look too skinny, or I look too fat, or I look too this. So I know that that's definitely something that happens with a lot of people, and it's a little crazy. It's crazy.
I think it's also like a male and female thing, because just listening to us and how we're like, yeah, we do think about it before we post, and then you listen to Justin, he's like, no, I feel very confident in my post. And I bet you if you ask a lot of males, they have that stance, like, no, I didn't think twice about it, I just posted it. Right. So it's like, it's that whole male, female, some thought processes with us. Is it a stereotype? I don't know. I don't have, we don't have the answers to it, but it's just interesting to hear how we're like, we overthink it. I know I definitely do all the time.
Yeah.
But Justin, I don't think about it. I just do it. So it's
Justin don't got to worry about stretch marks and his booty and all that other
stuff. Right. But why do we got to worry about it? Right? So it's like, why are we worried about it? I don't know. I don't have the answer. I think it's just part of habits and social life as it is. Like, that's how we grew up, and that's how we've been ingrained to think. That's culture, and that's what we think about. It's like it just happens naturally for us.
Yeah.
Things. So how do we break that cycle? That's the question.
Is it a cycle to break?
It could be. It could be, because it could consume you. It could consume your thoughts. It could consume your life if you let it.
Especially if it has to do with, like, people you date. Like, have you guys, Paris and Swank, have you guys found people that you dated through social media?
Whoa!
Social media.
That's a great question.
Yeah, you find old family members, and you find people I mean, it's the same thing with love life, with people you're dating. You might. I'm just asking. You guys are much younger than us. I'm not trying to say we're old, but you guys are younger than us.
But we are.
No, well, for them, it's more their socializing was more of a social media and the cell phone. For us growing up, we didn't have cell phones. You know, that wasn't the thing. So let us
Right,
know.
like the Snapchat and
Yeah,
the
all of this
streaks
is
and
new.
the
This
all
is
this stuff.
Snapchat,
Like,
Snapchat is just a real sneaky social media.
interesting.
Well,
Snapchat, I'm not gonna lie. One week I had went on like a girls trip vacation. I didn't post nothing on Facebook. I didn't post nothing on Instagram, but I posted everything on Snapchat.
Wow.
And that's because it only lasts like 24 hours or something, right?
and not only that, but you get to see who's watching and you get to choose who watches.
Got it.
Ah,
That's
like an
interesting.
old lady. Oh, that's
So
work.
you basically get to filter your followers or who watch.
all right. Back to my
Yep,
question, guys. Back to my
Oh
question.
All right.
Have you met any, people on social media?
I have.
Any?
Okay, Justin. Okay, so
Go
tell
ahead,
us.
Justin.
Um,
Go ahead, Justin.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but it wasn't my first. I would call it, and I'm gonna put air quotes around it, or as you guys label it, as a social media relationship. Um,
What do you mean social media relationship? Like you just met her on social media, or was the like?
I mean, either or. A lot of
Okay.
people, you can meet somebody on social media the same way you would meet somebody on these dating websites or Tinder or whatever.
That's true. That's true.
Or you can meet somebody in public and get their handle for social media and then
Right.
build a relationship through there. So regardless, however you want to go about it, you're gonna eventually, if you do take these steps, have built a relationship through social media, which will then classify it as a social media relationship.
That's true.
But I feel like this has been something that I've been used to for a while because, back in the days, instant messaging was a thing.
Yeah.
AIM was out.
Same.
So it wasn't like it was unfamiliar. It was just something that I don't want to classify it as our norm, but I guess it's something that we're kind of used to. So I wasn't really expecting anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't view it as a social media relationship. It was just somebody new that I met, and that was about it. I didn't really take it into consideration. Like, okay, this is social media. I met this person on social media.
No, well, you met them in real life.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wasn't
definitely.
catfish.
No.
Did she look like how she looked on her photo?
Yeah.
She used too many filters.
That is definitely a catch. Thankfully that's never happened to me, but if that has ever happened to anybody, I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah, that's sad.
That is scary.
But you definitely get to meet people and stuff. And I've met people not had a relationship, but we meet people. I've met people, and till this day, I feel like they're my friends, and I've never met them and had these like conversations, and I literally have not seen them personally. And but because I see what they post and I've seen like their history and stuff, I know how they look and stuff. It's not fake, but it's helped. I've met some interesting people through it. Not many, like I would say one or two, and it's become a friendship. So I would say you do get to meet people, and I've definitely met people through it.
Janice, you got to be careful.
Oh no. I do. I'm very careful, and again, my page is private, so I don't allow anyone in it unless I accept you or I request you.
Jeepers creepers. I think this is definitely a good conversation. Again, Level Yourself podcast. This is a platform for others who, may be feeling the same way. So I really encourage our listeners to share their feedback, share their comments on how social media affects them. and the impact it has on their lives. You know, it was interesting to hear that even though we're kind of in a different generation, we still have similar thoughts and feelings about social media, some similarities, some differences. But it was interesting to kind of chat with you guys about it, because I'm interested in knowing other people's feedback, and I know Janice and Camille feel the same way.
Yes, we do. So definitely head over to our Instagram page, and comment on give us feedback on this podcast, and just tell us a little bit about you, and what you think and what you take on from your social media or social media in general. We would love to hear see your comments, and go from there.
We look forward to future podcasts with @Swing Vengeance when it comes to his brand and what he's about. And we look forward to talking about the Dolls Box and how you have developed your brand and how you're developing your brand. I know you're still early on and you still have a lot that you're going to be exposing to the world soon.
Yes.
with your boutique. So we're very excited about that. One thing that I can definitely say to you guys is thank you for being you. Thank you for being entrepreneurs. It's very exciting to see, the young people doing big things, and that's what it's all about. You only live once, so it's important to make moves and to don't give up, on your dreams and the things that you want to do. It's very important, and you guys are an inspiration to others. I'm super excited. Camille, Janice, and myself, we are doing our own little business things, and we hope that we're an inspiration to our youth, and then you guys to your youth. The little ones are looking at you, you may be looking at us, and so on and so forth. So it's time to break the cycle of the regular 9 to 5, and remember that it's time to be creative and to use our juices and what we came here to do, right? Because we came to make a mark on this world and to leave a legacy. So that's very important, and that's something that we're trying to do right now. So with Level Yourself Podcast is just a beginning for us. I'm excited for us to keep spreading the news. Definitely share our posts and share our podcast.
Yes,
Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Woohoo!